Certeza, isso já está tudo jovem. Gente, President's office, are in the DOJ, are on the Christmas, and the speaker has unknown words in that skill. About the daughter. Ako di from the chido ya ebe kaya or ego in the nandish agni oda je klar ego ya shmura ako ta efficiency in this kadole kanes kadole ashon kaya or ego on this that Dosta, he should know Jojo. Other evening, Asa Mule, the past 2 minutes of Asa in Shaka. I didn't know Jojo, the secretary called our president, our own the nuts of innovation, and I think I understood Aeron, I received senior infrastructure, agency position. It's a power in the educated interaction, related to another need a business need it's a educated interaction. He can crack or has serious agenda. A say other English, no additional, open that English. We hear no, she knows Georgia. About they don't need to open that English. In the not Asians, for the Krishna Kaya, Obeta is on the right of it, the needed combination, the not as up for based on the initial right of it, but then I don't know. So, those are the little stuff by our activity, and a show and the elevations and a is an a council when the has brought it. Because we have done this, she's six of them. But I know it's not important in the hospital. That's I know. And now, our Kokanas and the leader, she is a even that. There's only accent and the when come to all the neck I like in that. It should be are in the sport on the place and another. Jota even and she the Kadaya hang up. It is only good. They don't another next at the case on the house. In this case, what are in the and as a show or sample and that was based on what act based on or that Archaishi, Classic, or based on the Gamble, and in a bias. What are in the vein, Mr. Casadan, or the Sana is Shahoke, Yake is on the Lahunda. Crazy sheep, Kadeka is uneducated on the show. So, what I'm saying is that any law that's out there is subjective. Crazy Kadoism, all the laws are in the books. Crazy on the ako kaya kedo isimo ako ito ko pas kuya the kedo nesinde ko dinle ano sa ki na so ayedo so sna is an ko non na ba sa kan count o sa o ni sa ya de step vision ila chiko police, their federal commission. Now, combination police officers are federal commission. Include any as the federal commission. I don't they serve them. What organs what organs that case, what are in this case of who are you going to now? Just let me tell you. How come it's so much? We go to Sham, Senor, we go to Canoncito, look there.
Okay, Mr. Key, thank you for coming and making a small speech to us, and we really enjoyed your presence here. And at this time, I'd like to call on Earl Apicillo to come up and share with us what his plans are. Maybe discuss some outrageous plans. Check your money. We want check your money, Earl. Come on.
Fish another, Norman. He's my close relative. We're from one level, to be honest with you guys. My grandma was from Peru. Grandma had a so that's how closely we're related. Before I really get into that, I'm nothing new to torture. Earl Apicillo, is Soto Nasha, our Tuan, as the English Egit or Age, which a system. I've been married into torture for 32 years. We have 2 boys, 2 girls, and I'm so proud of my oldest son. He's graduating this coming August with an RN. And then after that, we only have 2 more years to go for him to become a nurse practitioner. So, once I get my degree, I'm going to take you guys out of the reservation. Mr. Lawrence Plutero. Mr. Hurd is school board, chapter official, not official. Norman LDA, Anna, all 3 of us ran against each other 10 years ago, 12 years ago. She tennis shoes, but he is based on not on Mr. Raymond Secretarial, Kashinza, Leon Secretarial, Kashinza, I had a lot of mentors all these years. I was a school board member and as a president for 16 years. And I was a chapter official for 12 years. That's how many, it's over 20 years experience that I have with me. Mr. Harry Garcia was in Shishnish. It was him and Clemente Francis when I was a chapter vice president in Shinema. With all this collaboration, teamwork, they're the one that gave us a new grader, a new backhoe, a new flat back, a new dually. Then they look hard, it was going to be alimony. Out of the Yawashika hot in Pula. I got all in the Chigan's in our in the Christian Mahat. 80 big it's an old hero between Nahote. Mainly Alamo, Tortually, and Raymond Navajo. We're so unique from the big reservation, we have to understand that. The Navajo Nation, they have to understand that. Is on heat in your ear when we were always being neglected and being discriminated against from the big reservation. I'll be honest with you. I will be the one to fight for you. The Netherlands changed. Mr. Begay knows about it. Mr. Hurley knows about it. Russian Melody knows about it. I'm not going to back down. As long as we work together from the officials, without you guys supporting these guys, they have nothing to back up on it. Chapter house. Is it doable? Yes, it is doable, but it has to come from you. Shouldn't educate. You have to collaborate from you guys to them. Other in the basal planning and design. Out in the state, that's where Mr. Garcia plays a big role. Out in the home, in the basal it's doable. But it has to come from you. There's a few things that we're really facing with the nation. Additionally, here, I'm a true believer of the 638, 93, 638. I'm a true believer of 93, 638. Late Alamo, it was started, it was passed, the Navajo Nation gave that authority to Alamo back in 1989, 88, 89. I'm nothing new in political arena. I was raised in political arena, and he was the founder of the school out there, and he was the founder of the 100 or 93, 638. If you guys really want to see a 638 project, all these infrastructure, check out Alamo. Check out Raymond Navajo. It's the ICA. It's a good program as long as it's being utilized the right way. There's a lot of job opportunities under 638. It's under 638. It's self-determination. We worked on a lot of projects with 638. 638 can bring a lot of project infrastructure, like Alamo Wellness Center. Now, back in 1978, I'll go back to it. I've done Hastui Balagano in Sarandi. There's an old people, but they had the wisdom to do it. I've done a LSCPA this year. It's coming into reality. It's going to be 60,000 square foot health center that we're building. And I believe it's going to cost over 100 million. I work real close with the officials out there. And we drill 3 wells. 23 acres, no, I actually that for sewer lagoon. On cases, there's pros and cons on both ways. You might just 23 acres is not allowed a lot of acres. It's a small portion. You have on some case of Alamo. 16 years ago, that's it. Alamo chapter was cited by EPA. Once they find out that the sewer is leaking, you're going to start paying back $25,000 a day. Before that happens, you guys need to really think about it. EPA are the people that you cannot mess around with. They will cite you. It doesn't matter if you don't have the money. It's going to come out of the chapter budget. And they're not going to mess around with you guys. I'll be honest with you, because we faced it in Helena. Even we started making plans 16 years ago. We know the health center is going to be way up there, but we don't have the space for the sewer lagoon. And we started making plans through 638 out of it for this. Now they're running a sewer line, 7 miles sewer line along the road. That will actually cover the majority of the people that live right on the main road. I'm a true believer in 638. I would always protect 638 because I believe 638 works for Elmo, and I know for sure it won't work for Toronto. The other one is 10297 is school, aid local control. And I understand that Alamo, Toronto, Baca, Pruitt, thank you for supporting me. Vandiver, Mirosh is not this shit, just not able to go for me. I really appreciate it. I don't know why they put us together. It's going to be a challenging situation that we're facing. Oban sis cancer. They should have still put us together. It's going to be challenging, I'll be honest with you, because Alamo, Tojo, and Ring are so unique from the big reservation. That's the problem. 638, 197 is a grant school from federal. And I know through and Baca, they are BIE school. So there's 2 different schools that we're going to be facing. That's going to be challenging, I'll be honest with you. But like I said, I'm 100 believer of 10297. There's a few things that we're facing. Law enforcement, prosecutor. We adopted 2 kids when they were newborn, aged up 14-year-old, he's taller than me. And we just adopted another newborn February, their parents were on fentanyl. And my wife, she loves kids. So we adopted. We're trying to finalize all of these paperwork. The same issue that he has, the same issue that we have out here. We cannot go through the system of the court because the law enforcement are not serving these 2 individuals. That's the first thing that they ask, are these people served? And they say, if we say no, says, no, says, I'm going to continue this. It's just going to keep on going, keep on going. I know Raymond Navajo has a 638 law enforcement. Yes. I know Elmo Tohachale. We are hurting for law enforcement. I know that and I understand that. Khalid Eva Ajit based on budget law and order based on budget job. So like the agents and that we're being like they should give us the money and piggyback off of Raymond Navajo and let them help us. I'm pretty sure they'll do it. Help us out for a while until we get that 638 going with law enforcement. It's doable, but here's the question. It's still going to be challenging, but we're going to give it a try. The council knows that law and order, Navajo Nation president, they're not going to let go of that money and give it to us. They want to keep it, but in reality, we're being neglected by them. We have to understand that if that money is given to Elmore and Torture, they need to use it out here. On the law enforcement committee, a week or 2 or 1 hour and a half. Commissioner, it's very awesome. She used to come out to Elmore all the time, which we really do appreciate it. But now we miss all those things. We miss all those law enforcement. It is a big between law enforcement. And I will give and do my best. That's going to be my promises. I'm going to do my best job to get those law enforcement back here in Torture and Elmore. And the other thing is accountability. I want all the accountability applied to all the elected officials and Navajo Nation administration. I think that's what we need, transparency. A media job of the agenda, all the budget report. Yes, it's a good thing. But one of the questions that I was thinking about it is that based on, yes, there was money that was out there that was being used, but how was that being used? The transparency needs to be there. It needs to be given back to the community how the money was used out of and AB4 issue. Those are some of the things that I'm looking at. Out in the education operation ARPA. So when they're not credit, I'm pushing him narrow, he kid has the COVID in the times, we lost a lot of our own community. I was there when I was elected official as a chapter vice chair. So large as a dog, while we're still serving custody, and I took on that responsibility for so long, and I couldn't take it anymore because I started losing my own people. I kind of leave myself work. In Washington, they base ARPA money. No, ARPA money stands for American Rescue Plan Act. It was given to the people, not to the nation. Yet, what had happened? Wonder already now, we should have 24 million business employees of that, and it was you guys' money. They should have really thought about that. It was given to the people, not to the Navajo Nation or a certain project. If I was there, I would have made a recommendation to just give it to the people. It was given to them already. Why do a certain project for it? Why just is that mobile home in the Huskies? It's not fair for all of you guys, some of you guys. From the administration, it's so hard, disgrace, and a J disgrace. Those are some of the things that I'm talking about. They need to be accountable. Accountability needs to be there. These are some of the things that we really need to face, and we need to really tackle these. I'll do my best to tackle those things. But I need the support from you guys. Thank you very much. Questions, please.
All you candidates, yeah.
complete with the campaign and all this. Should, I want to ask you guys a question. Anyway, Kenya, I'm getting the slide of the long side. Con Navajo Nation, no, and then I got shit. He got shit in his neck. Zero for the shit. Zero for the shit. You learn by that. You keep coming the title. You take a plan now. They are pickle list. Are you going to fight for us like that?
You know what, they want to kill them by that, and I know totally Alamo Freeman's like that word in the checkerboard. That state name, that's like TNT, like ABN Alamo, TBN, these are the questions that are always raised to the Alamo Nation, especially land commission. We live way out there in Alamo. Many years ago, about 50, 60 years ago, Navajo Nation went in there just to assist Alamo. Always shot on this. Yeah, I couldn't have it called it out there. I don't know what happened. Nothing. They turned around. Navajo Nation became land buyback service, but maybe a regulation under ICU national. If you guys really want to get that, I believe that you guys can claim those land buybacks from the Navajo Nation. So you guys still have to go through the chapter official. You guys really have to support that chapter official, and then we can go from there. Toda indigenous and all local indigenous. My other plan is, if you guys are neglecting us or discriminating us, especially these three bands, isolated Navajos, Alamo, Tortuga, and Rima, you guys should just let us go, let us be our own tribe. Those are some of the things. I know they're not going to like it, but let's give it a shot.
When I first learned about land buyback, the only thing they brought up was fraction. Couldn't soqueya from that. But we got one cousin, this is not going out. Couldn't so that. They didn't have land buyback about making that. And then they came in here and they showed a lot of people big checks to keep them selling acres. They were showing acres. I thought it was supposed to be fractions. They were showing the people, look at how much you could get for 65,000, 75,000. What do you think a $4 million is going to do? It's going to jump at it. I think that was wrong. They didn't educate the people.
That's
they
true.
Give an opportunity. You could give those lands to your relatives, your family. You could even sell it to nobody educated us. They just took it like that. I mean, I think that was wrong.
Well, here's the thing that I know about land buyback. The non-land. Either you guys want to sell it or keep it. But here's the thing, some of these, we had like 20 acres. 20 acres, there's about over 100 people, stakeholders, right? And what's the use of trying to think that 2 square foot and all the other, your relatives, if they're willing to sell on the about 17, you're overpowered. I understand what you're saying.
So, overall, the way I always look at this, the responsibility, is like this. So they use that. Well, yeah, we got no more responsibilities. You know, we took care of other people, gave them a big check. We don't have to listen to them no more. Well, what's in that there?
Yeah, I agree.
That's the bottom line, but they did it.
There's one thing that I want to tell you. Alamo, northern Alamo, very rich. So many thousand acres was given to Alamo. And on the south side, there's so many thousand acres that was given to Alamo from the nation. I don't know what had happened in the Crown Point area. A lot of these lands were state land. but yet they started building their houses or gravesite or all that. And us, Canoncito, without any public hearing, without letting us know. That's what they did to us. And now, they drown. As teenagers, there's a little only which I'll be honest with you, Alamo and Torture. Mike Alona, that's the only thing he's there for. We're being neglected, we're being discriminated by the Navajo Nation. I think that we need to put a stop to that.
Yeah, so before the bottom part, we have a title in Washington for the benefit of Torture Band. Canoncito Band, Canoncito Indians, older documents. Cuando it was purchased, but we have the benefit and use of it. They Navajo Nation, they got the title for that mesa. So we still have benefit and use it here, we got benefit and use it here. So how we can benefit and use it if Navajo claims it?
Navajo Nations is on that to the time of the Hosna. Especially these three local communities, Yashtian, Ebony Nadishnitz, is a Diego Badashi, Jigo Alban Band of Navajo Land. I'm pretty sure Torture Band of Navajo Land is like that. We really have to protect that. And the thing that I understand with EIA and Michael Lona is, those are some of the things I really want to ask those questions. I want to oppose all those things. I don't agree with it, what you did. And I agree with anybody to I totally agree with you that some of these Navajos were not being educated. Or based on human action, but we don't, it's not just all being not or naked. I think that's what their plan is. They wanted to do it all this time, so they did that. I agree with you. I totally don't support that.
My brother, I'm going to jump in right here because I'm not going to beat around the bush. That's one of my biggest things. Land buyback program was the biggest theft since they came and stole the Louisiana Purchase. And I'm not going to talk around and say, oh, this, and I agree with you. I went to my official and I said, land buyback program, how do we get it back? How do we get the land back? And there is a way. They didn't offer first right of refusal to you as family members. So the family member went and sold it and you didn't know he sold it, then the Navajo Nation has it. So we had 11 family members, 11 brothers and sisters. Each of them had 11%. The Navajo Nation bought from two of those people, so they took 22%. Now Navajo Nation is controlling interest. They have a say of what over these 9 kids say. But now we've got a case, we're going to get a lawyer, going to Crown Point and say we weren't offered first right of refusal. And the only problem is we've got to buy that land back from the Navajo Nation for the price that they gave it back. But the dispute is the Navajo Nation didn't buy that land. It came from the federal government for our people. So there's a very easy way to go in and attack it with a real lawyer. And if you come with land buyback, Alamo comes with land buyback, Peru and Bakapuit, we've got a shot. And that's straight direct. I'm not talking about, oh, I think and I agree and all that stuff. Get a plan, get it done, and that's what we do. That's how I can get it back for you in our situation, because we're going through it right now too. It's a huge problem.
You guys need to work with your elected official. They need a strong support from you guys. They need 20 years. It's doable, but it's going to be challenging. For your invitation to Morris Archie, Norman, or donation, but no, I'll give my best shot to fight for you guys. And I'm not going to promise you anything. The only one thing that I can promise you, I'll do my best for you guys because Alamo and Torture are so unique. I wish Rainbow was still with us. it would have been better. But then again, if I look at it real good, at least I had one vote from Raymond that will support. If I ever get elected there's going to be only one support from him because they know each other. They know what situation that we're facing. Oh, Ari.
Is there a strong resolution that we need to put together to that?
We pushed we pushed 3 resolutions so far regarding land buyback, going into the Southwestern Pueblo Agency, and then holding the Eastern Navajo accountable. But it just hasn't gone anywhere. They're shuffling on the BIA side, and from what I know, the Eastern Navajo has a new acting superintendent too, so.
In other words, we're just being neglected in the mission. They don't want to work with us. They don't want to give us the land. But we have to fight it some way, somehow. It would be awesome if Almontocha and Raymond will come together as one and fight for these lands. Thank you.
네, 저는 krishnasan 또 Jonah 또 good luck. 또 Mr. Norman 또
그러니까 그래야 인간이가 낯설려야 수익 운영상인데야 또 further see para they have to listen to the elderly and respect the elderly, right? Without 또 사대 이 현재 보다 약간 좀 시도하시는 거로 Australia, iedere keer is todos castellano de doble little water. Voy las cámaras, ella, chapter ido, porque para seguir a mi esposa, everybody's got a lot of land in this area. 6 chapters there. You don't have to be at all these chapters meetings that includes the school board, the veterans, health board, all these planning meetings. What are you doing? For every natural, you can guest here. A 24 council delegate, so for you Christmas, on there is on to chapter 1 up. They don't have anything. Okay, they Washington, D.C., India, Alabama, don't know the trees without any water rights. India, Bangladesh, anything. Come and now, yeah, like it. And then close together, one month. Get away to the West and English,
Canoncito, she invested in the water, they went to the water, she freaking got neck again. Man, die valve. Uncle, schedule, valve, and arrow, could go 40, they show up in the kilo, la basin, the lot, Don't ya, what it say ya. They clinic, your hospital, I mean, good, that, maybe no MDMS, agents, and scholar, how it say. Hey, those good for you, and then, share bounces, you know, we are all constantly. That's sort of Johnny, Dave, like it, not Saturday, Friday, but much not, and say, no, yeah. About individuals, each of them, they know it, by those of contractors, and get tempted, and they get emergency valve, they probably have what you got there. Headache, each other got, but you know, to see that, in the city, I need to join, I'm not shadow, join, I'm not tissue. I don't need to say I need a street. Don't get into the stomach, I should go after it. Then I say, he's funny, I should go. So, Baba of Sendo, the Russian aerospace, and Baba, who's playing guy named, he didn't have a nation cops, yeah. They're contracted under 638 federal law, yeah. And young dog is unopportunity. That not nation uniform, 3 years now. That's it. Engaging in what's that ring, all they're doing is using the navigation railroad police department car. They're federal employees. Put that on the symbol. Of course, associate the other house and all you for you. Get under the declaration of the public hearing here. Major breach of the collaboration. Candidates of India, I'll let you guys know if you guys want to be invited too. So, once let's just only sit on everybody's entrance to long days. So, she's got all the entrance to the young rooms for she can.
Did she leave? No, she's coming back. Ready for what?
That's going to be a quick report as far as my duties as your chapter secretary. I know Sherilyn has been keeping me updated regarding the audit, so I just wanted to let you know that the audit is complete and we'll be having an exit meeting once the chapter officials confirm. As I mentioned, or also Valerie was looking for recommendations as far as projects that the community kids can do. PNP students are beginning to work next Tuesday. I know Valerie was the one who was in charge of it as far as the interview process, and I think a lot of the kids who did apply for the summer employment, Valerie has done full phone interviews, so she did mention a couple of kids were just kind of shy. So talk to your students to see how their kid goes and just let them get comfortable with speaking. A month and a half ago, I did mention that I was going to be working on several projects. One of them is new chapter, getting funding for the new chapter. And then there's one more for community projects. And then also getting INDOT to be more involved. So there is a chapter resolution that is, or a resolution now that is in place. And then from there, we'll go forward with it. But I did find a couple of delegates who were willing to help the chapter out. We did provide them with a resolution to get funding for new chapters. So I think we might have to reaffirm that resolution, but I know he did say that the resolution that I did provide over to him, it was sufficient. So one of the things that I had mentioned is that use the latest legislation that provided over. So I will be working on that. So hopefully within the next month or two, hoping that by the fall council session, we will be able to get the legislation in place to get funding for a new chapter. As far as NDOT, I know I have reached out to the director. I know last month when I was listening on to the report,
I'm married now.
as far as last month, I did listen on to the report regarding community members and Dolores' report regarding the gravel. I know there was 2 community members who had wanted gravel to go towards the south side of the community. I did mention that to the NDOT director, and he said he had told me that it's really difficult to service to Hodge and we did talk about those 2 roads, because normally we do have issues regarding the buses, and I did tell us that a couple of community members had wanted the gravel down to the south side of the community, the one that goes towards Margie's, and then the one coming on the other side. So I did ask if we could set a meeting up. And so hopefully in the near future you'll be able to help us out. Even if it's not all the way, just partial way. So those are the projects that I'm working on. So just wanted to let community members know. I am recording session last month, so thanks for not listening.
Yes, awesome.
So the question is, how far, where is the new chapter house going to go? So the response is that it's just to get the funding, the planning portion is running deal. There is 3 chapters that have gotten funding, which is Standard Rock, St. Michael, and Cameron. So I think I'm going to visit those chapters. I'm not going to use the chapter funds, but I want to visit the 3 chapters. The newest one that came out is St. Michael's, but when I had looked at the reports and the legislation that was in place, they just had said, seek the funding first and then work from there. I know Norman had mentioned to reallocate the funding that came from the state. So I think there was 2 sites, the one right here, quickly demolished this one, and then one just right down below. So I think that's where there's 2 possible sites right there. There is also the old chapter house, everything was already ready on that side. But I think 2 sites are, all the surveys and everything have already been completed. It's just demolished those 2 buildings. So I think working with him, he just said just as long as there's just as long as we seek the funding, and that way we can roll on into the next term.
There's going to be a special meeting on the 1st at 9 o'clock to replace the health board. So be here at 9 o'clock. We're going to have a special meeting. Well, you calm down and hear this out, and we will have a special meeting on the 1st. Ako ikot to replace the health board. Ako ikot ako kwenta kanori. Arosin ada story. Do we have a report from the school?
Awesome. So that's the whole point of getting the design of those 3 chapters. That's a lot way to be a lot easier. It's just the feasibility that we're going to have to that was needed in place. Are there any questions regarding the new chapter?
Chapter So I guess we're ready to dismiss because We've been, oh, then board, that's cool. Where's Dee? Did Dee take that? School board member Lawrence, do you have anything for us? Lawrence has a report. Has a report for health board too, Lawrence. And school.
How are you? That's your desk.
Everybody done talking? I know you have a lot to talk about, too. And I want to give you some information a little bit. I want to answer the first main question here, is where is the school? And with that, I'll ask you folks out here, and any of you out here, let me see a raise of your hands. Have you ever built a school before? Are you from here?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Have any of you in the audience here ever advocated for funds for a new school? Have any of you ever worked with BIE, DFMC on building a new school? That's a new experience for the school board in working with these people and getting the funding. It's not an overnight job. The holdup is with DFMC. But we're working with them and we're trying to move forward. We want to get the school built as soon as we can as well. And we're trying to do everything we can to try to get that done. Our next portion of the whole project is to take care of the design. As soon as we get the design in place, then comes the construction portion. And we've looked at several different designs as well so far, but we haven't pinpointed nothing down yet. It's a long process. It's not something overnight. So I wanted to just let everybody know that I've been telling people all along that it's a long process, and we've been working with all these folks all along. As of this week, they're still having school down here. The last day will be Friday. There's still some kids at school here, 252 enrolled so far yet. We still have an attendance goal to meet. We want people to talk to their children to attend school. This is important. We don't want to end up in truancy with the parents. It's bad for the parents, it's bad for the students. And in the upcoming school year and the upcoming new school, I can't emphasize more that we get more attendance for our school children to come to school here. I think we're going to have a very state-of-the-art school here, and we'd like to have all of our children back here again. We continue to move forward with Cognia. This is the new assessment program, and I think this is going to be eventually used for reauthorization process as well. Our school board is going to be going before Department of Education for reauthorization in June. And hopefully we'll get another 3-year reauthorization this coming June. And that's what we're hoping for when we meet with them. We've had celebrations. All of you know that we had our graduation on the 16th of May. We had 22 graduates, 21 students from here and 1 Filipino. So we were proud to have that student with us as well. We had a lot of other areas where there was some participation from students, from children, parents, grandparents, and everybody that was available. Early childhood did their promotion, kindergarten, 8th grade. We had our senior night. A lot of the children there had awards to be received there. We had awards given out during the graduation as well. There was one individual, I think, that he cleaned house on all of the awards up there. The summer school program will start June the 9th through July 2nd. It'll be 4 days each week. Last day of school will be this Friday on the 27th. We are still moving forward with working with everybody in the community. You all were in attendance. Some of you were in attendance with the groundbreaking ceremony. Those individuals that were there are the ones responsible for the funding that we received. And we're certainly glad that they came forward when we needed the funds the most. We will keep going and striving to build a better school and provide a better education for the students here. That's all I have for the school board portion. Thank you.
Are there any questions? No. So I don't have to go back and part. Sorry, Jay. Ms. Shuma, sorry.
Lawrence, I have a question for you tonight. What was I going to say? The coach. We had a coach. His name was what? Coach. What was the coach's name? Basketball coach? Nelson. That coached our boys really good. We want him back. I don't know why he was let go, but he was a really good coach for our boys, for the basketball. He trained him well. The boys were very focused, and that's why they went to the state. But by the time we got to state, he was let go. That wasn't cool because it affected our players. So the school board, please, again down there, keep our good workers. Why is that happening? I went to your graduation. Why is it a Philippine, a valedictorian? Why couldn't you guys give it to our Navajo kids, other kids that deserve it? That's not cool. I mean, yeah, she earned it, but it's not right. So I'm seeing a lot of Philippines working down there. My kids, some of them, they don't even understand it. How are we supposed to teach Navajos? We were just told by Justin Jones, speak your Navajo language, take care of it. But I'm really disappointed. I'm starting to see a lot of Filipinos. That's not right. And some of these teachers are being let go. Why are you guys doing that? That is not right. That needs to stop. So I'm just saying I want that Nelson back. I don't know if you have to ask Alberta or what, but Coach Nelson.
Okay, on the valedictorian that was chosen by the staff and the people at the school board has nothing to do with who's the valedictorian or not. But I can express that to them. That wasn't a choice of the school board. The other issue on Nelson, he violated policy. And there were some serious allegations against him. And those allegations, there's nothing we can do about that. He violated some serious policies. So he was let go. That's why he's not there anymore. And because of those violations, I doubt that he would qualify anymore for a job. That was his doing. He violated the policies. Any other questions? Thank you.
Ms. Shma Lori, health board report. Next is going to be the Canoncito Band and Navajo's Health Center.
Navajo tacos,
Where?
June 10th.
I want to give just a little information on the health board. I gave a report at the last meeting, and I was up here at chapter meetings, other times, but the meetings were dismissed because there was no quorum, so I wasn't able to give that report either. But the clinic itself is still operating. We heard a lot of things about what's going on down at the clinic. There are two stories to each side. Everybody has their own story to tell. Sometimes when I get dissatisfied with service, I complain a lot too. It's normal for everybody to do things like that. There was an issue on the doctors. I guess Dr. O'Shea left. Dr. O'Shea was a commissioned corps officer. She was retired. So she took her leave time that she had left and retired. And decided to go to work at Sandia. And when Dr. O'Shea first came to our clinic here, she came from Isleta. And during that time, she brought a lot of the staff from Isleta to here. They kind of follow each other around. And that's what happened here. She moved to Sandia. So a lot of the staff followed her to Sandia. And there's not a lot that we can do about it. You know, that's their choice. Dr. Rivera, I believe, is also commissioned for as well. She's not really under supervision of the clinic down there. She's a commissioned corps officer. She's kind of there on loan to us, just like Dr. O'Shea was. So they left at their own decision. There are advertisements put out for all these positions, doctors, nurses. It's just hard to recruit people. You know, the dollar doesn't stretch that far. And when you have Albuquerque that close, it's hard to recruit people that want to drive all the way out here or have to drive all the way out here to go to work. It's just something that we have to kind of face and try to get over. They do have some prospects as far as physicians are concerned, and nurses and medical assistants coming up pretty soon. So I'm hoping that we can get these people on board as soon as possible. There was a talk about people being fired. I, as a health board member over there, I have never received a document from anybody terminating any individual. I don't believe that's the responsibility of a health board member, and I've never seen a document to terminate anybody. That's an administrative decision, not a decision of the board. I hope everybody can understand that, because we don't have that authority to do stuff like that. But like I said, finance-wise, the clinic is in good standing. The clinic has the ability, if there was a stop in the funding down there, the clinic can operate without funding on its own for 2 years. So, you know, the clinic is in good standing right now, and the money that is being generated is being utilized and is coming in. The audit is in progress and should be completed on time. We will submit a copy of the audit to the chapter for their review, the chapter officers. There were PRC concerns. There's pamphlets here on the table that I brought up that has the process of the PRC and what you need to do as far as the referral process is concerned. You can take a look at that, take as many as you want with you, but there is a process for that. CHR, there was some concern about duties of the CHRs. The CHRs have a lot of different responsibilities. They provide, for one, health services and assistance in personal care, delivery of medication. Now, they can deliver certain medications, but I believe that they don't have the authority to deliver narcotics. So there's a difference there, I think, in some of the delivery of medication that they can do. They do deliver medical supplies to clients. They provide health screenings. They do simple changes of bandages and blood pressure checks, glucose checks. They work with the parents in home safety and environmental assessments. They provide training and coordinate for rabies clinic, food handlers, injury prevention, community engagement activities. They collaborate with clinic departments for community outreach activities and patient care. Educate and reinforce personalized programs for disease management, control in the community, and of course they do transport patients as well. They assist in that area also. You know, we talk about a little bit about COVID. Everybody remembers COVID. When COVID first came around, it wasn't really here. It was in another country. And I thought to myself, it's never going to reach Poetry Lake. I was wrong about that. I never thought it'd come this way. But the medical field kind of has a hold on that now. They have treatments for it. But there's something going on now that we might take into consideration, just like COVID. This is this Ebola thing that's going on in Africa. That's killing a lot of people without knowing what's going on. So I would keep an eye out, keep an ear out on those situations as well, because that could hit our community just like COVID did. And we'd be in a world of hurt as well. There are, like I said earlier, there are vacancies down there, and we're trying as best as we can to fill all these positions. And we're doing as best as we can. I know there was a resolution passed tonight on health board members. I don't know, I'm not a legal person. I don't know, what direction that'll go. But if it goes anywhere where the previous attempt was made to put on a health board member, we all know where that went. So I don't know where this is headed. And that's all I have to say about that. But we are moving on as a health board. We're not doing any kind of micromanaging down there. We do abide by policy. That's one thing that I can tell you. So that's all I have for now. Thank you.
Lauren, how much stipends does health board get each meeting?
The stipend is at $300.
So you have meetings every day and it's private, nobody's invited?
We don't have meetings every day. We have meetings once a month.
No, you guys have meetings every time we get there. There's always a meeting they say.
Well, they're wrong. We only have meetings once a
How come
month.
we're not invited as public?
Again, you need to go back and read that writ from the court, from what the judge put out. This is a private health organization. That's the way he identified it. And a private health organizations anywhere throughout the United States or the world, it's a private health organization. That's the way he identified it. I didn't have nothing to do with it.
So why are you standing on that private? What are we then?
I'm just telling you what the court said. If you want to challenge the
I'm
court,
not talking about the court. I'm asking health board.
I'm just telling you what the court said. That's all. I'm not trying to argue with you on anything here. That's what the court ruled, and I can't change it.
I think you can, yeah, you can change it. The other thing is that You're going by the policy. I see staff taking breaks, going anywhere they want. And also, is your acting CEO has certified? Is he gone through the background check yet?
Everybody that works at the clinic, employed by the clinic, has gone through the background check, including the board members.
Has he gone through the background check yet?
Everybody that is employed at the clinic has gone through the background check. Everybody.
Well, he has a criminal record, and I don't believe it, I'm sorry. But you're supposed to be for the people. And you're working against us, and that is not right. And we're sick people. Just because you have health insurance, you can go anywhere you want. That's fine. But you don't think about us. That's the way I see this health board. Thank you.
Just for everybody's understanding, yes, I have health insurance, but I get seen down here at the clinic. I get medications down here at the clinic. I get seen by dental at the clinic as well. Thank you.
Any other questions? Lake Courthouse, I have been sending over the responses or emails to the courthouse, hoping that they would be able to attend. So, as earlier was mentioned by Mr. Hinio, that there, it's hard to cross or summon certain individuals. So, I'll continue to try to get her to come to the report. 12-member council. She left, okay. So no report here today. There's no quorum anyway, but I guess I do want to hear the reports. So 8:29. I'll continue to write down the minutes and everything too. So.
Everybody's gone, but we're going to go ahead and close with prayer, and then we'll go ahead and I guess dismiss. Yada di Nish Council, Mr. Lee, will you close it with prayer for us?